Dr. Stokes, what do you think about helmets being a preventative measure for concussion in children playing contact sports?
I'm concerned about helmets. I'm concerned about their use in contact sports where people might think that they will prevent concussion. There's a number of things about preventing concussion. First off, in principle, a helmet will reduce the strength of an impact to the head. But will it reduce concussion, and is it effective? Well, there's no studies to show that, as I said before, there's no studies to show that helmets in the kinds of contact sports that are played in Australia are actually effective. We need studies to do that. The second problem is, what do we mean when we say concussion? Do we mean someone who's knocked unconscious for 48 hours? Do we mean someone who's knocked unconscious for 10 minutes, someone who falls over and feels a bit dizzy, or someone who just gets a bit of a flash behind their eyes? Concussion is something that's very difficult to measure, and it needs to be assessed carefully by a correctly trained medical professional, not just simply assessed by someone on the field who's not necessarily a medically trained individual. And in the first place, that is. And in the second place, if you have rules about children being concussed, then what do you do with them? Do you remove them from the field of play? Well, if you remove them from the field of play, you've given an incentive to the other team to actually concuss somebody. So you should prevent the entire problem in the first place by a simple technique. You ban contact above the shoulders. And if contact occurs above the shoulders, the player who leads to that contact should be removed from the field of play. If we took players off the field of play who caused a contact above the shoulder, all players would stop contacting above the shoulder very quickly. And it's far better to prevent a head injury than to try and put a helmet on to ameliorate the head injury. I would think the far better thing to do is to change the rules, change the way the game is played so that players don't get head injuries in the first place, whether they're wearing a helmet or not.